Montreal's four-game road trip is underway starting tonight. They're in St. Louis. Who wants it more? They're both wild card teams, and they both need to win tonight. The Hangout starts now. Hey, everybody. I'm Rick. Welcome in. Thanks for joining me. We have the Montreal Canadiens in St. Louis. Two very evenly matched up teams, actually. The two hottest teams since the Four Nations tournament, and they both need to win tonight. They both need to win, although a little bit more for Montreal because St. Louis has like a 3-point cushion for their wild card spot. Montreal has a 1-point cushion, although they do have games in hand on the other teams. So it's a big game tonight. Another one of those, of course. So I've got a little bit of news. I've got some stats for the game, and I have the guess the score contest. Guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, and you can pick that guy from either team. If you're the first person in the chat, and you got to be from Canada to win, you'd win the $10 cash prize directly to your bank account. And we still haven't had a winner, so we really need a winner tonight. Good luck to everybody. Leave your guesses in the chat. I'm going with 3-2 Montreal, Armia with the first goal. 3-2 Montreal, Armia with the first goal. I am calling Montreal to win every single game going forward. They need points. They basically need points in every game. So they can't afford too many losses, that's for sure. So hopefully they'll put some. Well, the Rangers are playing tonight, but we have, I think, 2 games in hand on them, so that's not a problem. And the Islanders aren't. Detroit is playing. So yeah, that's where we're at. All right. My first item was with Detroit and especially the Rangers playing tonight, it is almost essential that Montreal takes 1 or 2 points from this game. So it's another huge game. Habs beat St. Louis in Montreal 5-2 on October 26th. But that means nothing tonight. That was at the beginning of the season, and 2 different teams. Both of them are different from then, and so throw that out the window. It's a new game. Montreal is 5-1-4 in their last 10, 15-15-4 on the road. St. Louis is 8-1-1 in their last 10, 19-14-3 at home, but they're also 6-0-0 in their last 6. So kind of due for a loss. That's how I look at it. They're due for a loss. We've seen this story before, and Montreal has gone in and done the job. So let's see. I hope they can do that again tonight. Yuri Slafkovsky has 8 points in his last 5 games. Dylan Holloway for the Blues has 11 points in his last 7 games. He's also got 23 goals, 35 assists for 58 points for the season. That was a big mistake by the Oilers to let that kid be signed to an offer sheet and let him go. They didn't match, and they definitely should have. Tonight, Monty versus Binnington. Sam Montembeault versus Jordan Binnington tonight. The refs are Jean Hebert and Justin Kia. Not great with the Hebert one. I've got this, about Monty. Sam Montembeault is tied for 4th most games played this season for goalies. With 52, he's tied with Ilya Sorokin, just one behind Igor Shesterkin. And I don't know the numbers on Hellebuck and Vasilevsky, but he's not that far off. So Sam Montembeault, one of the most used goalies this season. All right, we'll move on to the standings. Montreal, 1 point up on the Islanders with a game in hand, and on the Rangers with 2 games in hand. They'll make up those games, I would imagine, in the next week or so. Won't be much longer that they'll have games in hand, and they got to make the most of it. So that's why still winning every game is important. And what else I got to say about that? You can see Detroit sort of back in the picture a little bit. So that's what it looks like. It's a tight race right down to the end. Team stats, power play percentage, both teams 21.5%. Penalty kill, 80 percentage, 80.7% for Montreal, 72.8 for the Blues, so a little bit better, a good bit better for Montreal. Face-off percentage, 50.8 for Montreal, 51.3 for St. Louis. Goals for per game, 3.01 for Montreal, 2.97 for the Blues. And goals against per game, 3.26 for Montreal, 2.88 for St. Louis. So these are very evenly matched teams. Should be a good, even game tonight. Hopefully, neither team. Well, if one team's going to dominate the other, or get a big lead, let's hope it's Montreal. The goalies tonight, as I said, Sam Montembeault, 25, 21, and 6. 288 goals against, 900 save percentage, 4 shutouts. And Jordan Binnington, 23, 21, and 4. 277 goals against, 898 save percentage, and 3 shutouts. Dare to say, Monty's got the better numbers overall this year. St. Louis lines, Thomas, Neighbors, and Bolduc, line 1. Shen, Holloway, and Kiru, line 2. Sundqvist, Texier, and Joseph, line 3. Faxa, Toropchenko, and Walker is line 4. Fowler, Leddy, first pair. Broberg and Falk, second pair. Suter and Tucker, third pair. Habs, I believe, unchanged. Suzuki, Caulfield, Slav, Newhook, Line, Dvorak, Anderson, Gallagher, Evans, Heineman, Armia, Matheson, Carrier, Struble, Hudson, Jackeye, Savard. And you see down there it says injured Caden Gooley. Well, he's with the team. He traveled, and it is expected that Gooley will probably get into 1, maybe 2 of the games. He won't play full time till they get back because it's a weird schedule. There's a lot of games in a short period of time, and I'm sure they don't want to put any extra strain on him than they need to. But from what I'm hearing, Gooley likely will suit up for at least 1 of these 4 games and possibly 2. Fingers crossed everything goes good, and apparently he's doing really well, and we're going to find out if he's ready. I hear a voice. I hear a voice.
I told you.
Hang on.
I'll play a few games to end the year.
Yeah, let me put you in there. I'm almost done. I'll put. I think I'm done actually. I don't know, what else do I have? That's it. Oh, okay. Let's bring in Matt. Matt is here.
Oh.
And I'm shocked. Honestly, I'm shocked that his recovery was this good, and I'm very happy. And I think the test is he needs to get into a game to see where he's at with building the muscle that he severed or whatever he did to it, to build it back up to full strength for hockey. That could be the thing. They got to kind of test that. From what I'm hearing, they won't know till he gets into a game if that muscle is strong enough. So we're going to find out. But apparently he is he's ready to come back very soon. So very good news. Very good news. What else do I got? I got nothing else. Let's go see who's here. They're just about to drop the puck on my screen. So I got the game. Hey, Paul. Paul's first in. 4-1. Line A. First goal, says Paul. Guru. Hey, Guru. 3-2. Blues. Thomas. Conservative Lawyer, 5-2 Habs. Gallagher, first goal. They are underway. I'm that far. I'm a little bit behind, aren't I? All your guesses, though, are good. They won't go anywhere, so we can go past that and see where are we going to go. No Matt tonight. Matt is here. Who says, let American viewers win, but put a tariff on the prize? Rick, did you ever draw for the prize I sent you? Not yet, baby, but believe it or not, because I'm behind in sending prizes I've given away out. Every week on my thing here, I always write Bay-Bye giveaway so I don't forget. And the next giveaway is your thing. And it should be coming up soon. It's just right now I don't want to give something away that I can't send out right away. I've fallen a little bit behind until I can get caught up. I'm not giving it away yet. Good save there by Monty. I sort of didn't see it. Sort of did. All right. Let's keep going. Hey there, BC Richard, 4-2 Habs. Slav first goal. Hey, Joe from the future. 4-3 Habs. Galley. Who woke Matt up? I don't know. He must have set his alarm.
I'm only gonna be good for like for the first tonight because I gotta get up wicked early for work in the morning. We have a branch meeting.
Fast Ice says, Paul, I can't. My screen, the picture's not the greatest. No way I could tell anything about the ice. All right, so we are a minute 15 in on my screen here. I don't see any
Me
shots.
too. We're right on time.
What?
You and I are like synced right up correctly.
Yeah, for now, one of us will pull ahead of the other. It always happens. I don't know if there's any shots because they're not showing them on my screen, so no score. This should be a good game. I mean, these two teams are very evenly matched, as you saw by the stats there, as far as that goes. And they both are in the same position as the wild card two. And they've got guys, other teams yapping at their heels. And they both need to win this game. So who wants it more? That's why I put that on the title. Who wants it more? We're going to find out. Because a lot of time, you got two evenly matched teams. It's playoff time because this is playoff time. And it's a matter of who wants it more. In the end, that's what it comes down to. Ooh, I find this camera angle, maybe it's me, but it seems a little bit farther away and they look a little smaller, but that's what I got on my screen. Anybody else see that? Like when they're pulled back and they're, covering the whole thing, it just seems a little bit farther away than I'm used to normally. Paul, you agree with me? It's higher to camera, right? Okay, so I'm not crazy, but it is. It's a little too, like if you have a really big screen, great. But if you don't, and you got old eyes, it's just not as good. Okay, we got shots clock. 3 shots for St. Louis and none for Montreal so far. Walker, a hit machine, he says, for St. Louis. He's got all the big hits. All the big hits. All the music you want. See, I'm falling behind now because I lost the feed. Yeah, I'm going to have to. I just lost about 5 seconds. We're just over 4 minutes in. Not the most exciting games. There's been a couple of things, but I mean, it's not. Doesn't have a super fast pace, and so far, it's not overly exciting. And I really don't like where their camera is. That's a bit too far for me. Ooh, ooh. It's almost like you can't hold on to the puck. Save Monty. You met who? Joe, who did you meet? You said nice guy. I'm not sure who we're talking about. Walker? Oh, I didn't know that. Well, that's cool, isn't it? He's on the wrong team, but hey. I think Matt fell asleep, but just saying.
No, I'm here. Finishing up my fantasy baseball draft while watching the game.
Geez, I hear a horn, but I think is somebody beeping their horn outside. I realize it's from the game. I just have the volume pretty low in my ears. Oh, did you? That's what a coincidence. Timing is everything, they say, eh? And I heard the guy talking about him or mention his name. 6 minutes in here, 5 shots for St. Louis, still none for Montreal. Newhook got stripped of the puck. Shot on Monty, makes the save. And icing on Montreal. That takes Alex Bergman. In whose pool? That's his pool. I don't do baseball.
No, I didn't draft Bregman.
Who's Alex Bergman?
Bregman, third baseman, Boston Red Sox.
He wrote Bergman.
It's Bregman.
So Bregman, not a Jew. Bergman, a Jew. Bit of a difference. It's a bit of a difference. The Blues fans, man, they have to watch this camera angle all the time. I don't, it's I don't know how many feet difference it's up, but whatever it is, it makes a difference on my screen, man. I don't like it. He just said Blues are about a half step quicker than Montreal right now, and they might be, but man, we saw against Colorado. You don't count Montreal out.
No, you don't.
But they are. I mean, Blues are a little bit better. So another big test for Montreal here for sure. But I don't care what I see right now. I'm not counting them out until the freaking buzzer goes to end the game. All right, shut my camera for a minute. So we got 12:05 to go in the first. 7 shots now for St. Louis, 0 for Montreal. Well, hopefully Montreal will get a shot. This happened against Colorado as well, if I'm correct, right? They were not getting shots, and then by the end of the game, they were even in shots, I believe. Oh, boys, 8 minutes, no shots. Not good. Either way, it's still not good. You got to get some shots. You don't score if you don't get a shot. Oh, coffee. That was a nice little move there by Slav, but didn't really get anything with it. But what I was reading, I don't know where I read this today. I think it was today. With the Blues, they're less likely to blow a third period lead like Colorado did. That was the opinion of the writer that I read a story. That's funny. They just said about Binnington. He's not afraid to be an aggressive goaltender. You're not kidding. He's not. Suddenly, their passing is getting better, the Habs, I'm going to say. And if you remember, against Colorado, it was the first 10 minutes of the first period. They were badly outplayed, I think, by Colorado. And then slowly Montreal started to play better. So maybe that's what happens here, too.
It could very well be. It's a fast game. We're already halfway through the first.
Yeah, the pace has picked up. And you're right. As far as that goes, not a lot of whistles. So. Where the pace has picked up now. It's almost like they were feeling each other out for about 7 minutes. They are definitely not as sharp as they could be. Yeah. Hudson against this big Toropchenko. He's 6'6", they just said. And he forced them out of the zone. So, I don't know. Hudson, fine defensively for me. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I watched. My eyes were on the screen. How come I didn't see that penalty? What was the penalty? I totally didn't see it. So Habs on the PK coming back from the commercial break. Anybody see it? Anybody here? Hello.
No, I didn't see it.
This well, is it a defensive game? I mean, doesn't look like it's a defensive game for St. Louis. That's for sure. So anyway, listen, like I said, against Colorado, it was very similar. I think Colorado might have outplayed us a little bit more than this, and they came back. So I'm not going to be like last game. I thought the game was over. We all did. And it wasn't. Montreal got away with penalties. I didn't notice anything, but that's not unusual. And yet we don't know what these penalties. Okay, what did they get away with, Paul? Anyway, their power plays like ours, same percentage. And if we can get some power plays, they don't have the greatest PK. So 22 in the chat and only 8 likes. Give a thumbs up if you're having a good time watching two people off camera. I know we got the penalty. Tripping and cross-checking were the two we got away with. What was this one, though? They showed it, and I wasn't looking because I'm an idiot. I mean, that's what happens. Okay, drop the puck, ref or linesman. What is Arbor doing? I have no idea. I didn't see what he did. I know that I heard his name mentioned, but I didn't see anything. So, Habs win the draw and clear it all the way down. Shots are now 9-0. Hey, Larry, the cable guy. Slashing was the penalty? Was it Arbor? Oh, so Arbor took the penalty. Is that what you're saying? I don't even know who has the penalty. I'm observant. My eyes are working good.
Oh, jeez. Woo. That's a little scary.
Yeah, that's scary.
I don't know who that was that coughed the puck up there.
I think it was Armia. I heard Armia's name, so.
Let's not do that again.
Nope. Don't give him a freaking goal. Cleared. Not all the way, though, but 45 seconds left in the power play. So far, so good. They haven't given up a shot on it yet. Good save, Monty. Ooh. 2 stops by Monty. 22 seconds. Careful there. Big glove save, Monty. 17 seconds to go on the power play. That's the Monty we need to see all game. Larry, they did against Colorado, sort of. They were outplayed by Colorado anyway. And it's kind of the same here, but they came back, so I'm not worried. And when Monty's playing, if he could play like that all game, when he's on his game like that, we're good. And maybe Monty will goalie them. Evans. Ooh, Dvorak with another big shot. So, yeah, they got 2 shots. Woohoo! Habs have 2 shots. Now, seriously, though, it's very reminiscent of Saturday's game. Because, again, no doubt, Montreal's playing better now. Not where they need to be, but they're playing better now against St. Louis. So it's very similar. Let's hope we have it the other way around. We win 5-4. I don't care. Go to overtime for them. Give them a point, but we want 2. Commercial break, of course. So I remember against Colorado, I noticed, and I said it, like, I think they're playing a little better. Nobody agreed with me, I don't think. So does anybody agree with me now? The Montreal's playing a little bit better. They're starting to turn it around a little bit. They're figuring it out and making adjustments, and that's what they did against Colorado. They adjusted through the game and turned it around and almost won that game. Who would have thunk? Yeah, Paul, I get it. Saturday they were down by 2 at this point, but that's not what I'm not talking about the score. I'm talking about the play on the ice. Saturday, I'd say for the first 8-9 minutes, Colorado totally outplayed us. And then slowly Montreal started to get better, slowly. And the second period was a little bit better, and then by the third, it turned it completely around. So I'm just saying here, got off to a very slow start, but have now found their legs a little bit and are turning it around and starting to play with St. Louis. Getting a couple of shots now and getting some zone time and turning it around. Anyway, that's what I see. It's true. Monty and Binnington, two teammates from the Four Nations. Hey, Johnny Cash, sorry, I saw you there and it didn't register till now. I was watching Sick Podcast. I want to say last night. So Tony and Eric Engels. And Tony was talking about which defenseman would come out when Gouley comes back. He said Struble, and Eric Engels said there's no way Struble's coming out of it. No way. He's playing too good, and there's no way. And he even said he doesn't believe he'll come off of Hudson's line either. So he'll be paired with Hudson going forward for a little while. And yeah. And Struble has been playing pretty good lately. He's definitely finding his stride in the NHL now, Struble.
For sure.
Aiken, yeah, no, he has been. And yeah, that's what Eric Engels said. I tend to agree with that. All right, let me get back on camera. Matheson Carey isn't bad. I don't think that's a perfect pairing, though. But, I mean, to me, once Gouley's fully healthy, it's clear it's going to be Savard that comes out. Savard is struggling a little bit with the pace of the game and all that. As a matter of fact, the way Savard kind of falling off a little bit here at the end of the season, I don't see them re-signing him. Plus, he's considering retirement. So, 4:20 left here in the first. Shots are 11-3 for St. Louis. Still no score. Savard is key to our PK. Maybe for this year. I don't think next year it's going to be that. I don't think he's going to be here. You think Arbor's coming out? No, Arbor's not coming out. Oh, Andy. Ugh. Good block there by Savard. So speak of the devil, and there he comes up with a really good block. I mean, that's what he's best at, right? I mean, he's a shot blocking beast.
Yeah, no, seriously, he like eats pucks, dude. Like crazy good at blocking shots.
Someone was saying, yeah, he's a shot blocking beast, and he blocks him with his teeth. He's that tough. But I mean, he's he's falling off a bit here at the end. But as far as trying to keep up the skating wise, his speed's just not there, and like that. But it doesn't mean I think he's necessarily. I just think that if Gooley comes back and he's full time, I think it's got to be Savard that comes out. I don't think you could take anybody else out of there. And it's not going to be Arbor. Not, especially going, down here at the last part of the season when things are tougher, things are tighter. Now you need him around. Look at the beating he laid on that guy the other day. It was a big hit there.
Yeah, I couldn't tell who got mashed, but yeah, somebody got
Holloway
mashed.
and Carrier apparently. I think it's a really good sign that we're 2 minutes left here now in the period. St. Louis outplayed us.
Damn it.
Okay, so you're going to give up a goal. True. Okay, I was going to say, and there's no score. Still, you know what? Considering everything, if we leave the period down 1-0, I'm okay with that. Wasn't it 3-1 3-0 after the first period with Colorado? It was 2-0 anyway. And that was like a crowd in front of Monty. I don't know that I'm going to blame Monty on this. I think he got a piece of it too with his glove, no?
Yeah, no, he did.
Just not enough. And that might have put it in, but he almost got it. And that was a lot of traffic in front of him. And the shot came through the defenseman's legs. That's harder to pick up. No, I'm not blaming Monty here on the one goal.
Oh! Suzuki got robbed.
Ah, Jesus.
Score! Yeah, that time he didn't from Lane Hudson. Let's go. Hudson is
nice. And we got it back. What, a minute left? Awesome. In my head, I was thinking, I saw the time, 1:27. That's a bit, not much to say. They'll score before the end of the period. Yeah. And they did. So, I'm telling you, man, Montreal's not out of this game.
What? Look at this play by Hudson, too. Takes it from the corner, walks into space, and just...
I want to see it closer, though. Nice shot. Oh, wow. Okay, I see where he tipped it. He put it the other side of Binnington, too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. That's a great play,
in on the
Lane Hudson to collect the puck in the corner, come all the way out, and make that space. That's a great play.
And that shot was going inside the post. It looked like it was on target for that, and then Suzuki deflected it. Nice. Suzuki from Hudson. Keep putting up them points, boys. Suzuki, too. He's got 73 now, I think.
Something like that, yeah. Hudson's up to what, 54, 55?
I want to say that's 55. So Hudson hit the point total I gave him in my prediction.
But that was crazy.
With what, 13 games after this? 12 after this.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
People called you crazy at the beginning of the year.
Some did, some didn't, but most actually thought I was too high on the number, yeah. And if BL, if you're out there, remember what you said. I think you said something, he said something about me smoking too much weed. Is it 54? I thought Hudson had 54. Anyways, okay, so he's one off of that pace. He's going to hit 55.
Caulfield's at 29 assists now, too. He got an assist there.
He got an assist too, Slav?
Yeah.
He's got to be closing in on 50 points now.
Caulfield?
I thought you said Slav.
Oh, no. Caulfield. I'm like, Caulfield's closing in on 70.
No, I know that. I thought you said Slav. I don't know why I heard Slav, but that's what I heard.
Yeah, so Hudson's up to 54 now. 54 points. Ah, damn it. Blues scored again.
And they scored. Fuck.
That's 4.2.
This is a crazy period. It hit the post too. I heard that. Fuck. 4.2 seconds. Yeah, it's not going to be Arbor, but okay.
Oh, that got tipped.
Who tipped it though? You sure it got tipped? Let me see. Oh yeah. You can't blame Monty on that one either. That went off the stick and then went wild. It turned into a knuckleball. It went the other way. He thought it was going in one side and it went the other way. There you go, Huzu. Even if you don't think Jack Guy's got the skill, whatever, he's got something, an intangible. You can't take him out of the lineup, especially at this time of year. You're talking about Dylan Holloway. What a bonehead thing by the Oilers to not match on Holloway.
Yeah. Well, that'll do it for the first.
2-1 after one, and all the scoring in the last 3 minutes, I think. Crazy. When you say start scoring again, I mean, yeah, I know what you're saying, but he's been pretty consistent. With 7 to go, 12 games left. Yeah, I'd like to see him get a couple tonight. Well, Aiken, that to me, that's a ridiculous take. You obviously don't like Arbor. Why? I don't know. But sorry, Arbor brings something to the table that not too many people in the league have. So I don't see him coming out of the lineup. Arbor's still got a ways to go. He's still young. So yeah. And he's a defenseman. So yeah. And, I would think some of the things Aiken is saying, I would hear from other people. I don't. You cannot tell me Rempe and Arbor, same guy. You cannot tell me that. Because that's asinine. What do you think of that, Matt?
Yeah, Rempe and Arbor. Arbor can play hockey.
Yeah. Well, you calling Arbor a goon? Yeah, you're on my shit list for tonight. How could you call Arbor a goon? You know what a goon is? It is an Arbor. Jesus. I'm sorry, Aiken. I know we disagree a lot, but we're good. But that's not a good take at all. It's just not. I'm sorry. The special intangible is the threat that him being around is to other players who want to take advantage of the small guys. I mean, that's basically what it is. I don't know how you don't get that. And he is a good hockey player, so I don't agree with you on that. Is Gooley in talks of coming back? What do you mean? He's with the team. He should be playing. From what I understand, Gooley will play a game, maybe two, in this road trip. Yeah, okay. I think, sometimes I'm sure, Aiken, yours is the equivalent, what you're saying here, what you're doing here right now. It's just clickbait. It's just clickbait. That's all. I ignore clickbait. I don't do the clickbait stuff. I don't click on it, and I don't do it. Hang on, I'm stopping my cam. That's what I'm just saying. The argument against Arbor, I think it's a ridiculous one. Personally, you're allowed your opinion, but I don't definitely agree with that. So he was benched under a month ago. Oh, if that's your whole thing, well, he was benched a month ago against the Sharks. Well, that's not enough. Come up with some more stuff. Larry, the only difference I would say to that, Arbor is developing into a decent player. Rempe will always be Rempe. I think that's the difference. Anybody else got anything? And you're looking at it the wrong way, because it's kind of like climate and the weather. And people who don't understand climate change, because they're thinking of the weather. And they are two different things. And what you're doing there right now is the same thing by saying, well, we'll see on this trip. That's too isolated a time frame. It's his whole career so far and what he's going to do. That's climate. You're just talking about weather. Today's weather. Can we talk about something different? Please? Anybody? Nobody? How about the talk of that's still out there, and I don't know why it still is, but coming back again for some reason, but I think for the right reason, is Nick Suzuki a number one center? Let's hear what Aiken says. Baseball, schmaceball, Paul. Come on. Joe, you can have an early lunch. Don't worry. I won't hold it against you. Not tonight. No. The Habs need to tighten up their defense. Blues getting too many good chances. Well, this is anything like the Habs game. I mean, that's what they did through the game. They adjusted, tightened up, and stopped the bleeding of all those shots they were getting against in the first period. They stopped it then, and yeah, I don't see why they can't do that here. Yeah, well, listen, people have the right to say what they think. I agree with that. I mean, it's free speech. But I mean, I'm basically debating him. Aiken knows. Aiken and I have argued many times. He still comes back. I don't hold that against him. From one game to the next, it's over. It's just a debate. I may say asinine or whatever. Okay, but it's still a debate. There's a lot of times I agree with Aiken and he agrees with me. Just there's times when we don't agree and we can get a little bit whatever, but that's okay. Paul says Suzuki, number one center. Yes, he is. You see, here we go. Aiken and I now agree. I definitely agree with that. That's he's a number one seed, but we do need someone who is a quality guy behind him. We can't have just another project or a guy we hope will. We need to bring in a guy that is equal talent to Suzuki, basically. Yes, and if not fully equal, but right up there. So I'll agree with that. Yeah, 100%. Are we risking playing Monty too much? I mean, you could say that, I guess. I mean, he's still pretty young. I don't think that's a problem. He's taken to it fine, if you ask me. I don't think they have the same, and don't take this the wrong way, the same confidence level in Dobish yet as they do in Monty. I believe Monty still is a better goalie than Dobish right now. And Monty is the starter, and they're treating him like one. He's the starter. He's going to get the bulk of the games. We'll see Dobish, I think, against either Philly or Carolina. The thing is, it's a weird situation. You got back-to-back games coming up, right? Thursday, Friday. And then Sunday, it's not a 2 days rest after the Friday game because they're playing at 1 in the afternoon. So it's a day and a half. So basically, the guy that starts on Friday, you don't really want him to start on Sunday. And you don't want the guy who starts on Thursday to start on Friday. So probably the guy that plays Thursday is playing Sunday. I'm going to say I think that's Monty. But it's Florida on Sunday. And Dobish, his first game was against Florida. He shut them out. So maybe they play Dobish on Thursday against Philly and Sunday against Florida. And then, Monty plays on Friday. He gets the one game. He gets a bit of a rest over the 4 days because he's played 6 or 7. He's played a bunch in a row. And then he's back home when they get back from the road trip against Florida. Like, I don't know how it's going to work out, but it's a weird situation with the way the games are. But no, I don't think Monty is being overplayed necessarily. It's 52 games he's been in. We got 12 left. Got to think Dobish will get into about 3. So you're looking at playing 61 games. It's not a crazy number of games. It's a lot, but it's not a crazy number.
This is true. Listen, I gotta get going.
No problem, man.
Like I said, I gotta get up at like 5 tomorrow instead of 6.
No problem. We'll see you Thursday, I guess. I'll see you tomorrow anyway for the pod. Alrighty. But did he leave already? I think he fell asleep while he was talking to us. Dobish will get his chance, yeah. Dobish's year, it's not his year to be the starter here. Next year, I could see maybe at some point he does take over, but it's not happening right now. So, Johnny Cash, you're going to say to me the 2 goals that who we playing already? I forgot. St. Louis. The 2 goals St. Louis got, you're blaming Monty for those goals. All right. I gotta say, if you're blaming Monty for those 2 goals, go back and watch them again, and then learn about hockey. We have more than a couple of games against some of the weaker teams, so we're fine. I don't think there's a problem with the schedule. The Habs, it's in their control. Well, it's in their control in that their fate is in their hands, and it's a schedule I think they can make the playoffs with, but they got to do it on the ice. We'll see. Aki, yeah, I mean, Dobish just isn't there yet to be the starter. I think Dobish is a fine goalie, and I'm not knocking him. It's not a knock. Still waiting for Johnny Cash to tell me if he thinks Monty is to blame on those goals. I certainly don't. I don't know how a goalie is expected to stop deflected shots. It'll happen here and there, but not often. Paul, I don't believe that we will have Fowler as a backup next year. No, because think about that, what you're saying. A young kid like Fowler, and you want to put him as a backup in the NHL to what? Screw up his development? No, I'm having him in the AHL playing as many games as he can. Okay, absolutely. He can fix those kind of whatever's wrong with Dobish is fixable, I think. This is what you saw. Whoever you saw, Paul, saying that didn't think about that aspect of it. And if it's somebody on the radio or something like that, well, that's just a mistake. He's just trying to be different and being clickbaity. No way I'm having Fowler as the backup next year. You're not saying that at all? Not bad way to end first. If it wasn't for Monty, they can get their feet. Not a bad way to end the first if it wasn't for Monty. I don't know. Are you saying if it wasn't for Monty, it would be worse? You didn't say that. If it wasn't for Monty, they can get their feet back lots of time. So either way you look at that, that's a knock on Monty. I don't know how you're saying that's not. If you didn't mean it that way, you didn't write it that way to give the meaning you wanted. So if I got that wrong, I read what you write. They said today that Demidov could play 7 games and the playoffs. Who said that? You do know that that's a fake story that came out. And Elliot Friedman was misquoted or taken out of context, excuse me. He was talking about something else, and they took something that he said, and it's, they're going to get Demidov. It's fake. Demidov not coming next season. And he might not get to Canada till I'm here in June or July with all the visa stuff and everything. His contract runs out May 31st. May 31st. So what is maybe you're getting? The Russian team would love Montreal to buy him out, but we can't do that. It's against the rules here in the NHL. You have to go through back channels or whatever, and I don't think the Habs are willing to do that. So Demidov's contract, May 31st. May 31st, playoffs are over? So how is he going to play? It's not speaking, Johnny, you're writing. But Paul, I'm asking you this now. If his contract is finished May 31st and he can't come here till the contract is done, you do know the schedule for the playoffs. May 31st, playoffs are done, or just about. So how is he coming here to play games in June? How? How is he coming here? You believe Montreal's going to be playing hockey in June? Wow, you're more optimistic than me. We're underway for the second. He won't be here till next season. If everything goes well with his visas and all that, we'll have him in camp. Not before. The story with Elliot Friedman was not an accurate story. I'm almost back on camera, guys. Sorry. I don't even remember that I'm not on camera. Sometimes. Paul, if you believe they'll play in June, like you believe it, seriously, I'd like to know I'd love some of the drugs you're on. Seriously. They're not going to the finals, dude. Don't get ahead of yourself. Let them make the playoffs first. Come on, boys. Let's turn it around here in a second. Come on. Ah. Uh-oh. That's what you were talking about. Hey, the guy that's after him, he's like half his size. That's no? I see you guys are a little bit ahead of me. So 4-on-4 hockey coming up. Little more extra ice. SKA, no, they're not holding him hostage though, Baby. They'd like to. Believe me, they would like to. They want him to sign there and stay. His contract isn't up till May 31st. He's under contract. I mean, that's what it is. But yeah, they're kind of holding him hostage. I mean, you know, they're not treating him right. I mean, that's for sure. And he's very professional about it, Demidov. He's handling it well. Paul, what's the proof you needed? What did he say that's the proof you needed? From me, you don't believe, but from Larry, you believe. Okay. Ooh, New Hook was close there. Come on, boy. I read what Larry said. How's that proof that you needed? You're saying he might be coming here. Larry said he saw the story too. No way he's coming until next season. How does that support what you said? Hey, maybe I'm in the twilight zone. I don't know. But come on. Robert Thomas, 3-1. Damn it. This is looking just like that Abs game. Let's hope they come back. It was a good shot. That happened really fast. That one you might. I want to see it again, but that one you might put on Monty. I think he saw that kind of all the way. No. Oh no. Okay. At least it went through Matheson's legs. It's hard to track that, and that was a good shot. Yeah, I don't know that I'm going to blame Monty there either. But if there's one of the three, you can't. That one would be it. I told you guys, don't give up. They didn't give up against the Avs, and we all had that game done, and it wasn't. So until this game is over, I'm not giving up. Or if they go 7-1, if it goes like that, okay. But yeah, St. Louis is fucking hot right now. Oy. Anyway, it's not over. This game is not over. It's a hell of a shot, gotta say. Yeah, just what I said. Monty, I mean, it was a lot of traffic, and that shot through Matheson's legs is hard to track. And when you see it, you don't have a lot of time, especially that was a really good shot. So I don't think I'm blaming Monty. Come on, guys. Come on. Let's get one back. The hell was that, Savard? Aki, good point. Bennington is still there, so he can blow it. Here's a penalty. We didn't get a penalty on that? I thought that was tripping. Habs tripped somebody. All right. I'll take it. Oh, come on. Nice move by Matheson. Slav couldn't bury it with two attempts, too. Commercial break. They just got to keep plugging away and adjusting. But they got to somehow, man, like they're not doing as good a job tonight at this point at shutting St. Louis down. That's for sure. So, but I'm not giving up on it. I'm not. I believe in the boys. Lord, they do have to get better, but they, like I said, against the Avs, they did. So they got to do that again. Adjust. The big adjustment was second to third period in that last game. So we still got time for that, and they're not crazily out of it. Lawyer, they are. They are. Buffalo up 3-2 on Ottawa. I mean, we're chasing Ottawa, but I mean, we're chasing them. So I get it that we want them to lose, but it's not of my concern. I don't know that Montreal can catch the first wild card spot. So I just like to see them hang on to the one they got. When you say something's going to happen, Larry, happen when? Trade deadline's over? What can happen now? And when you're talking about rumors, and that's what that is, there's no facts. It's just a rumor. Larry, online, most stuff is garbage. You got to sort through a lot of garbage. Big save there. Boys, stop the bleeding here like that. Defense is struggling tonight. Oh yeah, I remember reading about this. This is St. Louis's best period, second period. And there you go. I said that they score. Son of a bitch. 4-1. Texier. Yeah, they're hanging Monty out to dry. Defense is bad tonight. They left him wide open. You think Dobish is going to do better with that kind of defense? I don't think so. Told you guys, don't write them off yet. I don't like I like the look of the team on Saturday better, but it was 4-1. I'm trying to be positive. All right, going to a commercial break. Larry, I saw a article in about Finland. In Finland, they're teaching. I looked like grade school kids, and they're teaching them how to tell the difference between misinformation and disinformation online. And I think that's great. And that's a great idea for kids, is to how to teach them how to tell the freaking difference. It just takes a little critical thinking. But I don't think that's a skill enough people today have. And it's an essential one to have nowadays, especially, don't you think? ABL. Hasn't been the best result so far, but it wasn't like that on Saturday, and they turned it around. In the third, we'll see if they can get to the third to be able to turn it. Like, this could get way out of hand. We'll see. Yeah, see, they're talking about it now on there. Who remembers the Canadian House Hippo? Not me. It would be a shame if this is where they fall off in the season. I hope that's not what we're seeing. BL, the Blues and the Habs, two hottest teams since the Four Nations. Blues a little bit hotter than Montreal, but I mean not a ton. So, anyways, game's not over yet. Oh, but that's what I said. It's critical thinking. That's what it is. Unfortunately, not enough people today have the ability. Plus, the way that the information and stuff put out, it's designed to confuse you and make it really hard to tell. But anyway. Yeah, okay. The thing I'm talking about was in Finland though. So, but I know I remember that. Don't believe everything you see on TV. Don't believe everything that you see at all without questioning it. You got to question things. 8:35 to go in the second here. 22-11 are the shots. They doubled up on the shots, and it's 4-1. Nah, man, that's smelling salts. Boy, that'll wake you up. And it's not a PED as well, so I'm sure they have cocaine as a PED. Although it's not really a performance enhancing drug. It just makes you think like you're able to do everything. All right. Power play for Montreal. This is key. Holding. It was Texier, the guy who got the last goal. It's a big power play. And their PK isn't the best either. So, like, this is a big power play. Ah, god damn it. It's close. Fuck, that was close. That was close, but no cigar. Larry, personally, I think everybody should have critical thinking skills. Imagine the difference in the world if everybody, if they taught critical thinking in school. But, why would they do that? Don't want to produce kids that ask questions and think critically. We want to produce idiots that don't ask questions and just do as they're told. Cool. Oh my God! Like, how can they not score there? Binnington's gonna goalie us tonight. Who's Larry Trump? Larry Trump. I don't know Larry Trump. Part of the Trump family. That's not the story. Six and a half minutes to go here. Power play is over. Son of a bitch. They needed to take it. Ah. Icing against the Blues. Yeah, they got a little bit of pressure there, and he's right. They got to just keep that going now. That's how they turned it around. Turn it around like that again. Start playing like this. That's why you got to find the independents. Got to find the good independent ones. They're out there. Monty made a good save there. 5 minutes to go in the second. Offside. Doing better on the power play. You mean, but overall, their power play numbers are fine. Game's not over yet, J-Fed. But so far, you're right. But game's not over yet. Gotta have confidence, man. Come on. Who's PKP? I don't know who PKP is exactly. I probably do, but it's not registering. Oh, Claude Julien's an assistant with St. Louis. I didn't know that. Oh, Pelado. Yep. Inheriting money. Big talent. Wish I had that talent. Paul, he's an assistant coach there. He's not the coach. It's Jim Montgomery's the coach there. Ottawa lost? Well, that's good. Four minutes left in the second. surprisingly slow pace. The Habs need to be a little more, I would think. I can't the word I'm looking for. You gotta be a little bit more engaged. Isn't the right word, but you guys know what I mean. And they're just, I don't know, the hell, desperate. Play a little bit more desperate with urgency. Even though there's a whole period left, but man, getting near the end of the period, you need a goal. Come on. – 7-2 Leafs over the Flyers. Yeah, Flyers are sucky now. Minute 35 left in a second. Let's go. Come on. Come on, boys. Win the draw. Start with that. Not really. Oh. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, he's got to get up really early tomorrow. So he was here for first period. You missed him. That's how U.S. is done. Like, you're done over there. Country is freaking lost. That's my opinion. I don't see anybody doing anything to fight back hard enough. What story is he talking about, Paul? Yeah, so it's 4-1 after 2. So we got intermission time. What happened was we're not here to talk politics like that. The story's out there. If you want to learn, if you want a good site that I like, Midas Touch, YouTube, and got podcasts. Midas Touch, MEIDAS Touch. Go check that guy out. In Canada, Rachel Gilmore, check her out. I can give you a few that I trust. I don't want to talk American politics tonight. None of it's good. Again, Paul, vague. All the so-called bullshit stories. About what? Where? What do you like? Politics, hockey, baseball? Like, what are you talking about? Mainstream media is full of garbage. That's not a joke anymore. It's all bought and sold. Right wing. Most of the newspapers in Canada owned by right wing and Americans. So I don't read newspapers. I don't care what newspapers have to say. The Wall Street Journal. It's not the one. Washington Post, owned by Bezos. It's full of shit. New York Times, owned by a right wing, full of shit most of the time. CNN, MSNBC, full of shit most of the time. There you go. No, you don't want to say something nice about Trump in this chat. You don't want to do that. Why? First of all, there's nothing fucking nice about anything that's going on there. So there's nothing nice you could say. Okay, I read what you said, but do I drink? Are you talking to me, Paul? Wasn't just an outside reporter. He was a managing editor or some shit like that. An editor at the Atlantic. And then they call this guy and say they called him names and said he's not honest and he's a hoaxer and fuck off. The drunk didn't know what he was doing and he fucked up. How are we gonna have a beer together, Paul? You're in New Brunswick. I'm in Quebec. I'm not traveling to New Brunswick. I can tell you that. Oh, it's that time. You want to talk politics? I gotta smoke. I love talking politics and laughing at. Well, it's not really funny to be honest with you anymore. But yeah, I talk politics all the time. Just I don't really want to do it here. It's I'm trying to get away from that, as you all know, online here. But I follow it pretty closely every day. But let's talk hockey. So, I mean, we're in an intermission. So, you guys know you got the floor. Anything you want to talk about, preferably not politics, is on the table. Yeah, that's the problem, though, Larry. It is a life of its own, and it just invades our lives 24 hours a goddamn day. I'm kind of sick of it, even though I gotta pay attention and all that. Isn't that it? Don't you guys find that's a problem? I mean, our life is bombarded with politics now. I fucking hate it, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna not pay attention. Well, that's a different story. Paul, let me know. I don't know that we might not agree on a lot of stuff. Paul, you know what they say, right? Religion and politics, worst things to talk about. Well, I'm glad you put that up. And yeah, the good news there when you with Canada, it's now they're saying almost without a doubt, as long as the people get out to vote, Canada will be under a liberal majority leadership by the end of April. What's wrong with the team? What's wrong with the team? You mean tonight or overall? Because if you're going to say, well, they're playing shitty tonight, oh, this team sucks, then you're crazy. They're in a playoff race. What's wrong with the team? You tell me. Yeah, based on that story, Husu, I agree with you. It's very easy to tell. Same thing here in Canada. You want to know if Trump's lying? You want to know if Poilievre's lying? It's very easy. Is his mouth open and words are coming out? He's lying. Simple. Not hard. If you have Republican or you have conservative next to your name, when you're talking, you're lying. That's what politics has become. With the liberals and the other side, they're lying a lot less. Sure, they're lying a little bit, but that's politics. But they're not, it's nothing like. Anyways, why are you doing this to me, guys? Yeah, Montreal, get back to hockey. Montreal's getting outplayed tonight. I mean, that's what it is. They were getting outplayed on Saturday. They were able to turn it around. I don't, at this point, I'll be very honest. As much as I want to be positive, yeah, they're going to have to prove it to me in the third that they're going to turn this around because I don't know that they can. St. Louis just looks like they just look like a train. And Montreal's getting run over. Excuse me. That's what I see. But when we give you give up on them sometimes and they roar back. So let's see how the third is. We're getting goalied and outplayed. Yeah, but the problem is, Johnny Cash, is that's what they want you to do. Go, it's all I see. I'm tired of it. I don't want to deal with it anymore. And you don't. And you look away and they rob you blind. And that's what they want. So don't fucking look away, dude. First 10 minutes is key. You mean in the period? I mean, yeah, I'll say that the key is they can't give up a goal. They're going to have to chip away, and you give up another goal, it's over. So yeah, they're going to have to dominate the third like they did against Colorado. If they don't do that, they're not coming back. Or Bennington shits the bed, and that's a possibility too. It's happened before. Will it happen tonight? I don't know. But it's Montreal. What's going to happen is in their hands. They got to play better. I mean, that's the way it is. I mean, if you're gonna Joshua Roy is gonna be the savior. I don't think so. I don't think any one player you can look at and say, well, that guy. No, they're going to win this as a team or they're not going to win this. That means they got to pull together. They got to do something different, and they got to all push and push together. It's not one guy that's going to win this. Paul, you may have what some people may call a very unhealthy obsession with Joshua Roy. And BL, they were probably Elton John wasn't on. He wasn't on Epstein's Island. Elvis might have been if he was alive. We're all frustrated, Johnny. We're all frustrated. Believe me. And listen, we're all going to have bad days where it gets to you. You all know I have them. But yeah, I got to stay the course. Especially in Canada, we're not going that way. And with the new guy that's going to get in, the guy that's currently there right now that just took over, I think Canada's going to do well. Some changes coming and changes that should have happened a long time ago here in Canada that are going to be good for us. And now we can just get Quebec and Alberta on board. Sure, would be great. Alberta, they should ship that bitch to the States. I'm sorry, and I'm not going to apologize for calling her that. She's a treasonous traitor. See what happens when you get me started? We gain no points. None. Unless we win this game, Paul. Ottawa lost, but if we lose, we don't gain anything. Carney pissed off Quebec. If he did, it's not hard to do, number one. And you're talking about the block leader who's an asshole, so I don't care. I have no problem pissing off Quebec. Matter of fact, I'd like to piss on Quebec. Larry, I mean, that could be right. It's, when you're always fighting from behind. And I don't think they've reached the wall, but maybe in this game, right? Maybe just for this game. I hope that's it, but they've got a little bit of a difficult next 4 or 5 games. So, and that might be what happens here. But a team like Montreal, they don't have much choice almost but to be coming from behind all the time because that's where they're at. I mean, that's just where they're at in the rebuild and on their way up. So I think next year it's going to be a lot better. And this year, the experience these young guys are getting in this playoff race is invaluable. Playing important games like this, playing playoff hockey, because essentially that's what they're playing right now. So. Oh, is that what you mean? Yeah, that French debate was bullshit, though. They wanted him, I think, to pay $75,000 to take part, and it was just for TVA, and it was a bullshit thing. So, if they don't like that, you know what they can do. I don't choose to live in Quebec. I've lived here my whole life. I'm not moving because those fuckers are going to push me out. Yeah, I don't think so. Try. We'll see. So sorry. I happen to live here my whole life. Sorry. Don't make any. I love Quebec, But I piss on the direction they're going. That's what I piss on. Quebec is a great province. Was a great province. Currently not. You also, Bill, tell me a better place in Canada. You tell me a better place to live that doesn't have problems politically in Canada. I'm waiting. Newfoundland? You actually may be right there. They're not so bad there, but they've got their problems. They got their problems with the government. They everywhere does. No, PEI doesn't have no problems. They may not be as serious as other places in Canada, but still bullshit. Healthcare. Come on, I can name a bunch of things. It's bad everywhere, and don't tell me it's not. Larry, I did expect them to be here at the very beginning of the season where I was wearing rose-colored glasses. And then when we saw how it started. But no, I have to say, at the beginning of the season, I unrealistically did think they would be in this position, but it quickly changed once the season started. Yeah, Huzu, that's not exactly true because I use that because I'm allowed. I'm a historic Anglo. But you get either hung up on or you wait for hours and then you dial back, press the French option, and they pick up like that. So, no, it's not that easy, dude. Not. Canada has seen better days, but we ain't broken. We ain't. And don't give me that argument because nope. But we've seen better days. And Johnny, I mean, you're a young guy, but that's right. Everywhere in the world has its own problems. And us here, they're not nearly as bad as a lot of places. So we got to, be happy for that. And you got to fight to better it. You don't just stand by and go, well, things will get better. Things will get better. No, I don't need to vote. Things will get better. No, they won't. They won't unless you go and help make them better. No, Huzu, you're the one who's wrong. I'm an older person, and my ex-wife, she's an older person. We have to deal with the government often, more so her. So got a lot of, and she'll try to. She wants to speak English. She's French, but she doesn't want to speak French, and she tries, and then she ends up having to go on the French side. Okay. We still, yeah, you do. Well, yeah, I can't speak for over there, Joe. I can't. I mean, we have good, fair elections here still, but it's getting, I don't know, there's a lot of foreign interference. We're underway for the third, so maybe we can start talking hockey. You get 90% turnout there. You get 90% turnout, the left usually wins. That's what I hope for here. All right, enough. We got hockey going. Matter of fact, I should be back on camera. Okay, what do we got for the third, boys? What are you going to give us? Hopefully something better. It took about 5 minutes into the third against the Habs for them to fully turn their game around. Let's see if they can do that here. We just need the next goal. We need the next goal. Ah. Where is it? Where's the puck? Where's the puck, though? It's in his pads or something. Okay, where'd the fucking puck go? The puck disappeared. And they pulled the camera away, so we don't know what ended up, but I don't know where the puck was. It was in his jock strap. Come on, come on. Oh! A tip and it hits the post. Fuck. Habs getting a penalty. Right. Why didn't they blow this whistle already? I thought the same thing, that Habs had it. Again, refs. It's not a good penalty. Great. We need a shorty. Now, they score here. I can't help but say that's over. If St. Louis scores. 3 minutes gone in the third. Hooking call on New Hook. Good save, Monty, but he gave a rebound and they cleared it all the way down. 30 seconds left in the power play. Five minutes in. We get nice and cold. Fuck. I think this was in the Saturday's game. This was where they got the second goal, the Habs. Time to pull the goalie. That'll work at 15 minutes left. Fuck. Good chance there for Caulfield. Hey, Bennington. Wow. So who's getting penalties here? Four on four. Shit. Well, 4 on 4 maybe opens up enough ice. They get something. Yeah, Walker looks like an asshole. Played with guys like that before. Seven minutes, just over 7 minutes gone. In the third, they're going for a commercial. Yeah, I don't know. they're going to do something, they better do it soon. Yeah, Larry, I said it's offsetting penalties. Walker was just being an idiot and just shit talking. And that's what they were doing to each other. But I saw the look. I've seen guys like that. I've played with guys like that. They're just little shit disturbers on the ice. But the kind of guys you just want to smash. But that's what they're trying to do, get you to, do something stupid. So, yeah. Anyway, whatever. Is he Australian, though? I don't know the guy from whatever. I'm just saying the look on his face and I saw the twinkle in his eye. I've seen many guys like this in playing hockey. But also, when you say that, you're right, though, right? They're Australians they like that shit. So yeah, typical Australian. But when you're playing against a guy like that, I mean, you hate that guy. You hate that guy. Is he the only Australian in the league, Joe? So they're back to 5-on-5. Monty with a save. He hangs on to it. Maybe I don't know about that part of the explanation, but he's the kind of guy. He's probably the nicest guy off the ice, but on the ice, he's a lunatic. He's crazy, and he'll do whatever to stir shit up. Not looking good for them to come back here. Halfway through the period. Oh, that's it. Game's over. Broberg just scored. 5-1. No. Oh, it's 4-1. It's only 4. I thought it was already 4-1. Oh, really? I thought it was. Am I wrong? Yeah, this one is this one's on Monty. This one's on Monty without a doubt. He gets a piece of it, right? He bounces off his glove and over it. Yep. He gets a piece of it and bounces over the glove. Well, off the glove and up and in. He should have had that. That's on Monty. Dobish is in. So we got a goalie change. Now, listen, I don't know that you can blame him on the other goals, but that one, yeah. And they pulled him not because he's been horrible all night, but because you got to try to stop the flow. But it's too late now. It's 5-1, and it's not happening. That's very disappointing. I have to say, I'm very disappointed. Night, Paul. Yeah, it's over. It's one bad goal, but the other 4 were not on him. So I'm not going to shit all over Monty for one bad goal. Habs defense just hung him out to dry for most of this game. So yeah, who's I think it'll be. I think we're going to see Dobish Thursday and Sunday. That's what I was talking about earlier. I think that's what we'll see. And I mean, listen, it's fine. Monty's played a bunch of games in a row. Yeah. Again, this loss is not on Monty. Not strictly, anyways. You want to blame him a little bit, fine. But man, this team let him down for most of this game, if not like all of this game. So you win as a team and you lose as a team. And yeah, this is a team loss. Now it's not over yet, but they're not coming back 4 goals in this period. You can't guess that. Like say, yeah, they will. You can't think that. I didn't say you were doing AKZ above you. Garbage goal from Monty. Yes, bad goal by Monty. Granted. But the 4 before that are not on him, and the team sucked in front of him. That's all. Because, it's Monty. This could turn into a shit on Monty fest in a minute here in the chat. It's happened before. I don't think that's fair today. Jesus. Monty not happy with himself. Well, I don't think he's happy. I don't know about himself, but he probably isn't happy with himself. But he's not happy. Feel bad for him. Well, you mean you'd say that, Aiken, because you just did. So, because that's really fair. It would be good if the rest of this period could go as fast as the first period did. That'd be great. Team needs to regroup. That's all. They got to, they should win on Thursday at least, and that gets them back on the right track. You got a difficult game against Carolina the next night, and then 2 against Florida. After that, it's not so bad. So if they can get through these games, make a couple of wins there. If they can do that, they're still good. St. Louis taking a penalty. Good thing St. Louis is in the other conference, and we don't have to worry about that part of it. Monty's not getting a 2-game. So what you're saying is we got back-to-back games. Doba should play both of those games. Because that's what it is. Next 2 games are back-to-back. Monty's not getting a 2-game break. Well, we'll see if it's line A time or not. Line A cannot get it through with the one-timer. Looks like to see a goal. Power play over. Oh, well. Doubt they'll get another goal. So we got, a combination of being goalied by Bennington, but not really, because it's not like we dominated and we're the better team and just Bennington was the difference. St. Louis was just better than us tonight. I mean, that's just all there is to it. Not a great way to start a road trip, but like I said, anyways, if they can win on Thursday, which they should, it's Philadelphia. You know, that could turn things around. They get 2 points there, hopefully. And then they got to try to figure out how to get 2 more points from Carolina or from Florida, or 1 from each. And then there's that. Plus, that a weird schedule, right? The Sunday afternoon game is weird. We can beat Carolina. We can beat Florida. The 2 of the 3 games, we can beat Philadelphia. That's for sure. We can beat Carolina and Florida, and they know they can do it. So, but game has to be played, so we'll see. But I definitely agree with you. But for me, I'm happy here in these 2 games against Carolina and Florida. If they take a point from each one, or win 1, lose 1, I'm good with that. I think that's going to, they'll still be in fine shape if they can do that. Uzu, I agree with you. Maybe this is where they break down and it's the end, but I hope not. Considering how they've fought back time and again all season, I'm going to say I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt until, the evidence is clear and you can't, run away from it. Alex is not Guru. He has he bowls in a bowling league on Thursdays, so. And their team is done, so like it's not important enough, and I get that. I mean, that's what Alex wants. As close to it as they can get. And anyways, they'll be low and they could get it with the lottery, but Flyers won't finish at the bottom, but they could finish, I think, as low as 3rd from the bottom. Although in Philly, there's that new controversy with the goalie. Fedotov wants out. He wants to be bought out and whatever. So, like, is he going to be any good the rest of the way? Excuse me. Apparently, he's blaming it on Tortorella. Blew his confidence. Renegade Man, except for the fact that they're Canadian, but I'm agreeing. I don't care if they're Canadian. I don't think they'll make the playoffs either. Especially here, right? I mean, St. Louis is clearly going to take 2 points, and they already had a 3-point cushion. That separation is going to be hard to overcome, I think, even though there are 10 or so games for everybody, but. Renegade Man, I'm going to say, like, my answer would be needs another year. I've said it many times. Reinbacher needs another year in Laval. So I think I'm in the minority from writers and the personalities talking about it, a lot of people think he'll be here. Maybe not to start the season next year, but he'll be here at some point. As Aiken said, Reinbacher has been really good in Laval, like really good, showing why they drafted him. So we'll see. We'll see. He missed a lot of development. That's clear. It doesn't mean he couldn't be ready at some point next year. Hey, Chicago Joe. You're right. We got beat by they are the hottest team right now. Montreal number 2 going into this game. Oh, now there's some fighting going on. Oh, Jackeye wants Walker. Jackeye, he's so small you could break him in half, man. Be the better man. Jackeye and Anderson gone. Anyway, this game's over. I don't cut off until it's over. Yeah, I believe they'll bounce back. I mean, a game like this, you gotta forget about it. They gotta put it in the rearview mirror and look forward. Renegade Man agreed. Agreed. Although, like if he makes it out of camp, I could see them starting at the beginning of the season as a third pairing guy and quickly work his way up. But I definitely agree with that. And that's probably why people are talking, by some point in the season, because why start him on the third pair? Let him get whatever in Laval and then call up time, and he gets called up and he's playing in top 4 because that's who he's going to be. Exactly. Renegade Man, I feel that they will. We'll have that guy in camp for next season because they kind of have to. They'll find, and they have the ability to potentially overpay for the right guy a little bit. I don't think they will go crazy, but they have the pieces. They got what they need, so they'll find that guy. Yeah, Dobish was good there. Couple of saves. Yeah, just 2 minutes left. 6-1. Thomas just scored. Doesn't matter at this point. Don't complain. Don't say nothing. The game was done. It's over. 5-1 or 6-1, really, to make a difference. It doesn't matter even at that, Huzu. We've seen that shit happen all year long. Game was over. I'm not going to get stressed over something like that at this point. If it was a close game, sure, but this game, stress only does bad things for you. And I'm discovering as a diabetic, not good for me. So I'm trying not to stress. I'm changing a lot of things in my life. Try to be healthier. Renegade Man, wasn't Calgary's pick conditional last year and we're getting it this year? J-Fed, he's not injured. And when you say managing his knee, it's preventative. Everything I'm reading, it's nothing to worry about. So don't make more of it than it is. Well, at least it's under a minute to go. Husu, that's not what I said. What I said was we've seen that shit happen all year in a game that's done, and there's nothing. Why would you want to get stressed out over that? The fact that the refs suck, that's nothing new. If this was a close game and it changes the game, yeah, I'd be pissed. But in this game, I'm not going to be pissed over that. Have a good one, Larry. Good to see you, buddy. There you go. Game's over. 7 wins in a row for St. Louis. A disappointing loss for Montreal, but nothing they can't bounce back from. So I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. I'm not very happy, but I'm also, like I said, I'm not going to get stressed over it. All right. Walker I didn't see it. That's the kind of guy he is. What are you going to do? Do I like how Dobish played this season so far? But if you remember, I don't know if it was after his 5th game when he was like really hot. I said at some point he's coming back down to earth, and he has. That's all. But no, I like Dobish. I think Dobish has got potential for. Dobish has potential. I'll stick around for like maybe another minute. I gotta go. It's late and I got stuff to do. I gotta eat. I gotta eat before a certain time because I can't eat after that till tomorrow afternoon. So intermittent fasting. So anybody got maybe a question or two more, and I'm gonna take off. So as I had said, by the way, Thursday, 7:00. We're in Philadelphia. Should be a good opportunity for Montreal to win. I don't know that it'll be a good game overall, but if Montreal's winning, it's a good game. And then Friday is Carolina. Yeah, I had this game tonight as a win in my video, so totally wrong there. They didn't even get a point, so that's where I missed. But I said I didn't think they'd win all the games I thought they would win. That was one of them that kind of worried me. I don't know if it was before or after, but it worried me at some point. Philadelphia, I have as a win. Carolina, I believe in the video I have it as an overtime loss. So let's hope that happens. And then Florida on Sunday, I had it as a loss, but I said 50-50 because I feel like it could go either way. But I think they'll lose in Florida and win at home to Florida. So there you go. That's what's coming up. My day on Saturday, I don't know what's up, but I should be able to do Saturday hockey talk. So I'm looking to do that since we have no game. And that's it. You're all caught up. All right. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. It was fun. And to Aiken, if you're still here, or anybody I might have argued with, it's out the window. Next game, we start again. No grudges, no hard feelings. Just in case you're wondering. That's it. Thanks for being here. I'm going to stop talking now. Till next time. Stay safe out there. Peace out. And really, I appreciate everybody being here and everybody who talked to me and all that stuff. So thanks for doing that. And I'll see you next time. Okay. Ciao, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the night. It's getting late, but enjoy it. Ciao, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you like this, give a thumbs up, leave a comment, and please share this video.